everybody, and we welcome you ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we're just about ready for action. Marvin Hagler is making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be embattled there in the ring. Joe Calzaghe's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, John, the Fighter Bros, Calzaghe.
All right, fellas, you remember my instructions in the dressing room? Let's have a good, clean fight, right?
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Marvelous Marvin blocks that away.
Keep the head moving.
Gets rid of that body shot. Halfway through this round. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
Nice strike after catching one by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Good looking counter punch. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners. At least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. A headshot blocked. Nothing there on the punch by Hagler. Marvin Hagler, of course, associated with Brockton, Massachusetts, best known as the home of the Brockton blockbuster Rocky Marciano, but he was actually born in Newark, New Jersey back in 1954. Gets rid of that body shot. Halfway through round number 2. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Good defensive skill. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Well-placed counter punch by Hagler. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Calzaghe. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Hagler starting to bleed from the nose.
Take a deep breath. Great job. You're doing well. Get the compress.
Carry it away from catching. You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this relative.
And round number 3 is underway.
You're not focusing. Use your feet.
Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
It was April 1985 when Marvin Hagler was able to TKO Tommy Hearns in one of the great action fights in the history of the sport. In many ways, that encapsulated his entire career, that one shining moment.
Well, in a lot of ways it did, because he was a fighter who never felt appreciated. You know, he understood where he came from. He went out there and took chances, he felt, with everybody. All these tough Philadelphia fighters that nobody else would fight. He fought everybody to work his way up. And he looked at other fighters, whether it was Hearns or Sugar Ray Leonard, and these guys he felt were navigated. He felt that they were given things in a certain way on a silver platter, and he had to earn everything the hard way. And fighting a guy of the notoriety, of the talent of Tommy Hearns, to him, his moment had come.
Showing you some defense there with the block.
Keep your head moving.
And a sharp counter punch by Hagler. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. He's just not concentrating on the body as a target here, Teddy.
No, and you know, you wouldn't mind if he didn't have to. In other words, it all depends on the scenario. This scenario says that he should be going to the body, and he should recognize that. And that's part of the talent of a fighter, recognition, that you have to...
Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing that I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
That's it. Throw him off of that move.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
A nice block by Hagler. Marvelous Marvin blocks that away. Well, obviously what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut is in the shape that it's in. So if you're him, just keep doing what you're doing?
Yes and no, Joe. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, but what if there's a little change? Your opponent's cut now, he's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. There it is! Joe Calzaghe stunned and he is hurt. Hagler's just trying to push away. He wants to breathe a little. Gets rid of that effort. Able to dismiss it. Hagler's able to avoid that punch. Hagler blocks it. Accurate counter punch by Hagler. Each man able to land an uppercut. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Well, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy's listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
There's nothing, a small cut, nothing to worry about. Listen, you need to move your head.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what will come back at him.
Teddy, so many times a fight like this is so hard to score. It's been wildly entertaining, but it's also been dead even.
Yes, it has. And this is where the judges really have to be on their P's and Q's and not get caught up in the action. That sounds funny. You know, the fans could get caught up in the action, but they have to watch. They, being the judges, have to specifically watch punches that are landing clean versus punches that are just being thrown.
Teddy, what was it about Marvin Hagler that so many people were attracted to? What was it about just this iron ripped, chiseled warrior that everybody felt there's a connection for me there?
I think it was all those things you just alluded to, and the shaved head. You know, because he really represented everything that you kind of pictured if you closed your eyes and you thought of a prototypical fighter that you'd like to watch, that you'd like to see. You know, a real symbol of what fighting's about. And on top of that, he not only went after you, he not only looked like the product, he was the product. He could box, he could do everything.
Oh, and there you go. What a forceful hook by Joe Calzaghe. Wow! Joe Calzaghe's in bad shape. He is staggered and stumbling. He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away. What do you look for here out of the referee? What should he be looking for so that he knows, hey, listen, it's time to stop this fight. The cut has gotten so bad.
Well, first of all, he's looking at where the cut, where the blood is flowing from. It's above the eyes, so it's going down. It's impairing the vision. So that's going to get the referee's attention, and he's going to eventually bring the doctor up into the corner.
Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. That's it. Pick his jab. When he throws the jab, all right. Let's work on the cut. It's nothing.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Boy, that's a big gash there on the cheek. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Calzaghe. Gets rid of that effort. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Calzaghe. Blocks the headshot.
Relax. You're doing great. Keep the pressure on. Keep on him. No need to get excited. You're doing fine. Let's work on that swelling.
The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Keep circling. Don't stand in front of it.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. Good looking right hand after he got hit. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Calzaghe. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Punch. Joe Calzaghe is showing that he has an understanding about balance, about angles, about footwork. What does his opponent need to understand to deal with it?
Well, he has to figure out a way to take the air out of those tires. Give him a couple flats. That's what he's got to do. And there's no better way to give a guy a flat than to go to that body.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Joe Calzaghe's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. How about that? Another right hand. A headshot blocked. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Let's work on that cut. Okay, cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Swelling is nothing. Focus on the
Here we are, and the night is over. That cut causes an end to the evening. A TKO victory. Technical knockout. Your winner. Calzaghe's your winner by technical knockout.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight. You know, you saw he could fight inside, outside, and you saw he had a pretty good set of whiskers, too.
Solid victory for him. And for us, we say goodnight. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next.